Hello, everybody. Welcome to Taylor Morrison's Finance-Focused Home Buying Webinar. We're very excited that you're here with us today and to learn a little bit about Taylor Morrison's online tools that can really help you in making the home buying process a lot easier and smoother by understanding credit and debt, as well as how these things really impact in your home buying purchase. We did receive over 450 registrants for this specific webinar. So if you wouldn't mind, hold a lot of your questions in the chat until we near the end of the presentation. We do typically find that we answer most of the questions throughout the presentation, as well as the fact that we have gathered a lot of the pre-questions before the webinar and really structured this presentation based on what you were looking to learn about with us here at Taylor Morrison. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Andrea Murphy, and I have been in new home construction for almost 25 years. I've been in multiple markets serving all customer demographics throughout my career, working in the Midwest, the Southwest, and the Pacific Northwest here in the US. My passion is truly helping customers find the perfect home at Taylor Morrison. I'm also joined by my partners at Taylor Morrison Home Funding, as well as a manager from our online sales team. I have Brendan O'Neill and Christy Farrow with Taylor Morrison Home Funding, and Shakira McMahon, who will further introduce themselves later in this presentation. So I'll start by giving a quick background on our organization for those of you who are not very familiar with Taylor Morrison. We have over 100-year history and have grown to be one of the nation's largest home builders in over 20 markets, coast to coast. We are very proud for being recognized as America's most trusted home builder for the last 9 consecutive years. Hopefully next year we'll get the tribute to say that we have been that builder for 10 years. We do serve every buyer demographic from first-time home buyers to move up, active adult, as well as lifestyle amenitized living. We have also been recognized by Fortune magazine as one of the world's most admired companies and are extremely honored to be a member of Bloomberg's Gender Equality Index, as we are led by Cheryl Palmer, the only female CEO amongst the top US home builders. Shakira and I are going to be getting started with reviewing some of the online tools that we offer at Taylor Morrison on our website. So before I turn it over to Shakira, I'm just going to walk through a few very quick navigation items on taylormorrison.com. We have a search bar that's at the top that allows you to very quickly and easily search for new homes and communities in the desired area that you're looking to purchase a new home. So you can go into that search bar just like Google or any really general search engine and put in the state, the city, zip code, or if you do know the specific community name that you're looking for in a local area, you can enter it in there. We also have the interactive map that is a quick, easy way to drill down by selecting the state, market, and then local area in which you will see a list of our communities populate. We are very excited to welcome our recent division and market, Indianapolis, to our Taylor Morrison family. You will find all of our Indianapolis communities on taylormorrison.com along with the rest of our markets. Once you've picked your desired location, you can further search by selecting the drop-down arrows on the price, bed and bath, search more, which gives you ample items to select from, square footage, the lot size, maybe the community type. Perhaps you're interested in a single level home versus a 2-story home. This really allows you to customize your search and quickly navigate to potentially any of our communities that have something that you would be interested in. After you've landed on one of our community pages that interests you, you'll be able to explore the community further by viewing the site map, the floor plans and home designs that are available, as well as any homes that we have under construction that may be ready in the time frame that you're looking to make a move. I'll take a moment to just point out a few things on our site map. This is a digital map, meaning that it's interactive. It does allow you to see the overall layout of the community, so you can see parks maybe that are located within the community, any special amenities that are in there, the location of specific home sites to a major road, or potentially there's a school set within inside of our community. And if there's a specific home site that interests you, you can further search by clicking on that home site and see maybe the direction that the home faces, the premium that's associated with that home site, if there is any, as well as, again, drill into any homes that potentially are started and under construction that may meet your time frame of moving in. The community floor plans that are available within the community are also listed for your review. So each home, as you click on that specific floor plan, will have professional photos, list out all of the features that will be included in the home. It has interactive floor plans where you can have a lot of fun really customizing your home and putting some personal touches on it based on the options that are available in your home. Most of the floor plans do have 3D tours, which gives you a really good feel for how those homes live. And you're also able to play around and personalize with some of our curated design packages, depending on the community that you're looking at. You can always print the brochure packet or potentially just the floor plan so that you can review with one of our on-site team members or potentially engage with one of our online team members on a specific floor plan that you're looking at. Lastly, all professional designed inventory homes that are available are listed both on the specific market page that you're looking at. Maybe you're interested in looking at our newly added Indianapolis division, and all of the homes that are available under construction will be listed on the Indianapolis page. You can also further look into a specific community that's maybe in a local area that you're interested in and look at the homes that are available there. They will display the floor plan image, the price, bedroom and bath count, the square footage, and most often notate any special features that this home offers or potentially any incentives that are available on this home. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Shakira. She's going to talk through the process of how you reach out to our online sales team when you're engaging online.
Thank you, Andrea. As Andrea mentioned, my name is Shakira McMahon, and I've been in new home construction for over 10 years now with experience in sales, both on-site and online. However, online is where I've spent the majority of my career. I really enjoy connecting with customers and really transforming strangers into friends while helping you find your new home here at Taylor Morrison. So we're committed to providing an outstanding customer experience from the very beginning. 7 days a week, we have 28 dedicated online sales professionals serving across our 20 different markets. Our goal is to cater to your communication preferences, whether it's through email, text message, or a traditional phone call. Our team is here to support you in your home search. So whether you need general information, financing questions, or to set up a community visit, we're here to help you. You can contact the online sales team by using the red Contact Us button in the upper right-hand corner of your webpage. Next slide, please. So one of the ways that you can connect with our online sales team and gather information at the community level is by joining the interest list. You can complete this interest form to stay informed about community updates, grand openings, new releases, special offers, and events at the community. You can do this for each one of the communities that you're interested in on the Taylor Morrison website. You may be interested in more than one community, and we would encourage you to sign up for all of your communities of interest. Within the interest form, you can also utilize the blue plus sign. This opens a free form field that allows you to insert a question or comment to be sent to the online sales team. I also would encourage you to check the box to allow text message sends. Completing that text message send box will allow us to connect with you with a quick text conversation, and we're happy to accommodate that request. We just need your permission. And once our team receives your information via this form, we will reach out to answer your questions, learn how we can best assist you in taking the next step in your search. So when you've identified that your next step is to connect via phone or visit for a tour at one of our beautiful communities, you have a wonderful tool available to you directly on our website. In today's fast-paced world, we know that time is precious, and our convenient solution to you is full visibility to our team's calendar. This allows you to schedule a phone call or in-person tour that just seamlessly fits into your busy day. So let's discuss the two options. You'll be prompted to select the appointment type. So that is a phone call or in-person tour. An in-person tour is just that, a time for you to meet with one of our community sales managers to tour our homes, amenities, lots, discuss pricing, and more at our communities. And a phone call is where you reserve dedicated time to connect with a member of our online sales team. Typically, a phone call is the best place to start as you're narrowing down communities and beginning your search. Our online sales team members are knowledgeable about all the communities in the region that you are exploring. And we have some questions that typically come up during these phone calls. So topics typically include basic pre-qualification. So your wants, needs, desires, budget, time frame. We really want to know you and your unique needs so that we can make the absolute best suggestions. We'll discuss with you general community information, help you navigate the website. We'll help you with comparing communities, discuss available lots, homes, release strategies at our different communities, basic finance information, mortgage calculator navigation, pre-application, and connection to our partners at Taylor Morrison Home Funding. We can also discuss with you information that's just not listed on the website and appointment availability that's not listed on the website. We can help in all of these areas and more during a phone call. And for our real estate agents on the call, please know that our online sales team is here to be your ultimate resource. Consider us your one-stop shop for everything Taylor Morrison. We can provide comprehensive information and assist in the logistics of arranging community tours. Another online tool available to you on our website is the home reservation tool located on the Available Homes tab. This is a convenient tool on our website that puts you in control during your research and discovery process. It allows you to explore homes and make a purchasing decision from the comfort of your couch, your front porch while on vacation, or even on the sidelines at your children's Saturday sporting event. So from wherever you are, you can browse professionally designed homes available for reservation. The tool, it provides price transparency and option details that are included in each one of our homes. And in some markets, if you prefer to build from the ground up, you can find a build and price button on our floor plans, allowing you to select a floor plan, lot, and structural options for design. And once you've found the perfect quick move-in home, or design the home using the build and price option, you can secure your home online by placing a $100 credit card hold. After answering a few quick questions and placing your $100 hold, a team member of our online sales team will contact you to confirm the home details with you. Once confirmed, you will have 48 hours to pre-qualify or show proof of cash funds if paying cash. And then our online sales team will also schedule a time for you to connect with the on-site community sales manager to continue your journey and complete the purchase process.
Wow, that's great. Thanks, Shakira, and good afternoon, everybody. What a great transition into kind of talking about loan qualification 101. So really appreciate all that valuable information, Shakira. Just real quick, everybody, introduce myself. My name is Brendan O'Neill. I am the Vice President of National Production for Taylor Morrison Home Funding. I've been in the mortgage lending space for about 32 years and have held numerous leadership positions, both in origination and in operations. So a little bit of a jack of all trades, if you will. Like Andrea, I seemingly have lived all over the place. I've spent some time up in the Pacific Northwest. I'm currently down in Arizona, and I've also lived in the Southeast and the Georgia and North Carolina areas as well. For the past 25 years, I've actually been specifically working in the new home purchase lending arena with national home builders and with Taylor Morrison the last 5 years, and absolutely love working here. Over the next several slides, I'm going to talk to you about mortgage financing as it relates to loan qualification before turning it over to Christy Farrow, who will walk you through our special financing promotions to help with affordability and how to get started. The 4 C's of mortgage qualification. This is a great starting point. If you ever do your own research, you'll find that a simple Google search would provide you the 4 C's. I like to think of this as a 4-legged chair, and essentially you need each of these to make up your loan approval. A lender needs to be sure your chair is strong and each leg is sturdy. Today we're going to focus on capacity and credit legs of the chair. While collateral and cash are important, they are more specific to the appraisal on your home and your down payment. Capacity and credit are specifically related to your qualifying and the ability to repay your loan. Capacity refers to the ability to repay your mortgage through job stability and the likelihood your income will continue uninterrupted. The ability to repay your mortgage is also called ATR, and this is a vital component to mortgage lending and is found within state and federal lending regulations. All lenders must adhere to ATR guidelines. When talking about job stability, typically a 2-year history in the same line of work is required. This doesn't mean the same employer, but it does mean the same line of work. And there are some possible exceptions to this guideline. For example, if you're a recent graduate beginning your career, your educational transcripts could be used to document you are working in an associated area of your degree. If you have a gap of employment due to personal hardship and are now re-entering the workforce, situations like this could be considered an exception. For those of you that are self-employed or are contract 1099 employees, generally 2 years are required. But again, there's some exceptions to this as well, though a minimum of 1 year will definitely be required. For income related to hourly employees, overtime, base bonus commission pay, these are also considered variable income sources and also require 2 years. However, with self-employment, some of these cases can be less than 2 years, but always a minimum of 1 required. Other sources of income, such as Social Security, pensions, or structured asset distributions, can be used for qualifying, as well as child support and alimony. All of these have specific guidelines and documentation requirements. As you can see, capacity through job stability and income continuance has many variations in which we must satisfy the ability to repay requirements. It is important to note that when we are evaluating your income, we are using your gross income figures. This is before state and federal taxes are deducted. We do not use your net take-home pay for qualifying. Lastly, these are just the basics and do not represent all types of employment or income, rather just what we're covering today, and each of these carry their own unique documentation requirements. Our team of licensed loan consultants will work directly on your specific needs. So moving on to the next C, credit, this is likely the topic we receive most questions on. Credit can be complex and confusing. For example, did you know that if you applied for a credit card, an automobile, or a mortgage all on the same day, you'd likely receive different scores for each application? There are different scoring models depending on the type of loan you are applying for, and mortgage model is the most stringent. Not only can credit be complex and confusing, it's intimate. It can feel personally invasive. After all, we'll be discussing your credit, spending, and repayment habits. That's okay, though. It's part of the process, and our licensed loan consultants are by your side throughout, and they're bound by privacy regulations as well. In terms of mortgage scoring, there are a wide variety of programs that could be available to you regardless where you land on the scale. In very general terms, scores below 620, below 600, qualification gets more difficult. And conversely, the higher your credit score typically means you're qualifying for better interest rates and any applicable mortgage insurance premiums. It's really important to note, though, just because you might be below 620 doesn't automatically mean you won't qualify for a loan, and just because you're above 700 doesn't mean you automatically will. Remember, there are 4 C's in mortgage lending, and credit is just one of them. Since we've seen the credit scoring range on the last slide, but what makes up your credit score? And I actually love this slide. I wish I could make this one interactive and take a poll with the audience. How many of you knew debt load was 30% of your score? Payment history makes sense, right? I would have probably guessed that payment history would have been higher. However, debt load and payment history combined for 65% of your score. Payment history is essentially making your payments on time, where debt load is essentially how you use credit and how much do you owe in relationship to the available credit limit. A general rule of thumb for debt load is to try to maintain balances below 30% of the credit limit. For example, if you have a credit card with a $5,000 limit, then in general, try to avoid carrying a balance above $1,500. The other 35% of your score is made up from 3 areas. New credit. Are you opening a lot of new trade lines? A mix of credit. Is it revolving installment loans? And then 3, the length of credit. Are you an experienced user, or are all these trade lines recently opened? All of these have elements of risk associated with them, but as you can see, making payments on time and keeping your debt load below 30% are the key drivers in your credit score. Let's talk about some other credit basics we receive several questions on. Credit inquiries are probably number 1, and there are 2 types, a hard inquiry and a soft inquiry. A hard inquiry would happen when you apply for things like a credit card, a car loan, student loans, a mortgage, maybe some personal loans, utilities, maybe rental apartment applications, things like that. A soft inquiry, which we use during pre-qualification, only evaluates 1 or 2 scores and has no impact on your score overall. We would use a hard inquiry once you make a formal loan application after you've purchased your Taylor Morrison home. There are other credit basics listed here, including some tips in building good credit, such as borrowing what you can afford, using small amounts of available credit, which is that debt load, paying evolving balances each month, make payments on time, and limiting opening new accounts. The remaining items, such as derogatory or collection accounts and public records, are unique in nature and are specific to that individual. I won't dive deep into those right here, and you will receive a copy of this presentation, but more importantly, this is a really good segue into the tools we have available to you in our Arrow program. Welcome to our Arrow program. This is Able, Ready, Own. This is a qualification improvement and loan enhancement program. It's not credit repair. Don't get that mixed up with that. From beginning to end, if you need assistance in qualification improvement and loan enhancement, our Arrow team is ready to assist. This is a complimentary service available to prospect and purchasers. You will receive professional guidance, providing consultation and education led by our Aero manager, who is Freddie Mac certified as a Credit Smart coach. Our Aero team members will provide you a personalized path to enhance financial benefits and qualification. And those benefits may include credit score improvement for qualification, improving debt to income ratios, building trade lines, interest rate and pricing improvement, or mortgage insurance premium improvement. Our Aero program began nearly 15 years ago, and in just the last 3 years has helped over 1,200 customers with qualification improvement and loan enhancement. On average, our customers have increased their score by 40 points, with the highest increase being 195 points. When you enroll in Aero, we will run a credit simulation on your credit report and provide you a personalized improvement path on your needs. Again, Aero is not a credit repair process. We will not speak directly to your creditors, and your participation is required in order to become an Aero graduate. Some examples of Aero recommendations would be suggestions to open new accounts, remove authorized users, and pay off or reduce balances on existing accounts. Our Aero consultants are also familiar with your financial program profile as they work hand in hand with our loan consultants to ensure we're not making recommendations that would hinder your purchasability, such as we're not going to recommend you use your down payment funds to pay off debt. We're definitely going to look to see what is maintainable for you. Although these recommendations don't guarantee an increase in your credit scores, remember, we've graduated 1,200 families in the last 3 years. Aero can also assist in removing disputes, incorrect payments, and collection accounts. Lastly, some other cool stories involve borrowers who were considering buying a quick move-in home only to find their current situation for qualifying wasn't timely. Instead, they purchased a to-be-built home, which allowed them to work with Aero for 6 months and ultimately qualified them for the home they built and improving their loan qualification on better terms. Aero works in many positive ways. Let them see what they can do for you. We've discussed 2 of the 4 C's, capacity and credit. It's time to review how much can you afford. Your debt to income ratio is a critical piece in the loan approval process. This calculation compares how much you owe on a monthly basis against how much you earn on a monthly basis. In this example, we're assuming the total of your monthly payments is $2,150. This would include housing payment, credit debt, other debts such as child support or alimony. Expenses like grocery, gas, utilities, childcare, they're generally not included in this. In this same example, if your pre-tax income was $5,800, then your debt to income or DTI ratio would be 37%. Generally speaking, a DTI ratio below 45 is fine, and in some cases up to and even higher than 50% might be approved with FHA or VA financing, with additional guidelines applying to those. All right, before I turn it over to Christy for an in-depth look at our financing programs, let's talk about some types of programs that are available to you. A conventional loan is a non-government loan and in most common used in the mortgage industry. There are classic down payment examples here of 20%. However, you can do as little as 5% down, and this option would include mortgage insurance premiums to protect the lender against default. Additionally, there are some conventional loans specific to first-time home buyers now that only require 3% down. Unless you're looking at one of the first-time home buyer option, a conventional loan is usually a better fit for customers in purchasing in a higher price community. USDA, VA, and FHA loans are all governed by agencies. USDA loans are eligible in select rural areas in the country and are great for customers with little or no down payment. There are area median income limits that apply, and USDA loans have more strict debt-to-income ratio requirements than FHA or VA. The VA loan is an excellent loan product for our active duty or veteran military service members. There is little or no down payment required and flexibility within higher debt-to-income limits and lower minimum credit scores as well compared to conventional loans. An FHA loan is secured by the Federal Housing Administration and has little as 3.5% down required. A common myth is that an FHA loan is only for first-time home buyers, but this isn't true. There are loan amount restrictions based on county loan limits, however, but there is greater flexibility with debt-to-income ratios and lower minimum credit score requirements as well, similar to VA. This is a great alternative for someone who can't qualify for USDA because the home is not in a rural area or they exceed the income limits and debt-to-income ratio requirements. I'm now going to turn it over to Christy, and she's going to go through our special financing programs. Christy, there you go. You might still be on mute.
There you go. It's not usual. I go off on mute and off camera first. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much, Brendan. I am Christy Farrow, our Senior Vice President of Financial Services, and I'm so proud to have been part of our Taylor Morrison family for over 22 years, very much aging myself, but I have called Taylor Morrison home I've called Taylor Morrison home the majority of my career. I am located in Orlando, Florida, and I primarily work alongside Brendan, and I oversee our field loan consultant team nationwide, while also working very closely with our Taylor Morrison brand marketing, sales, and learning and development teams, utilizing and training on how financing tools are keys to affordability and homeownership. I'm super excited to share some of the amazing tools Taylor Morrison's offering our customers to assist in home affordability, whether that be related to monthly payment and/or funds needed for closing. So looking back, when interest rates spiked in 2022, home affordability became quite a challenge. The housing market had been thriving, but the quick increase in rates put incredible pressure on monthly payments. Taylor Morrison has been able to combat that crunch in affordability by purchasing below market rates before we sell our homes. And this is done by purchasing a pool of loan funds on the secondary market, and we reserve those on a first come, first served basis until those funds are depleted. We have two programs here at Taylor Morrison, one in which is specific to a particular interest rate and purchase for homes closing within the next 60 days. And then the other very unique program to Taylor Morrison is called Buy, Build, Secure. Buy, Build, Secure opens the door, securing funds on a future interest rate for inventory homes closing outside of 60 days and homes being built from the ground up. So first, I'm going to show you a visual on our current rate offerings for quick move-in homes. The rates are going to vary by market and community, but I do want to compare the payment and buying power for a couple of the conventional and FHA options that we offer. But before I do, it's important that I mention that our FHA rates are also available to veterans seeking VA financing. So first here on the left, we have our conventional 5.49% 30-year below market fixed rate, comparing that to the national average of 7.07 as of close of business yesterday. The savings using this example on a $500,000 purchase price and a $400,000 loan amount is $400 a month and provides $73,000 in buying power. And when I talk about buying power, this means that you would have to purchase a home for $427,000 as opposed to $500,000 to achieve that exact same payment. In the FHA example on the right, the monthly savings is $443 a month. To achieve that same payment, you would have to purchase a home for $316,000 as opposed to $400. So many will believe that it's price over payment, but monthly payment is truly the number one reason that consumers decide to purchase a home. So as you can see, the monthly savings are incredibly helpful, both for loan qualification and allowing you to buy more for less. So more bang for your buck. Our Buy, Build, Secure, Kat, if you'll tap that one more time, sorry. Our Buy, Build, Secure program is wonderful. It fills in all the gaps for the homes closing outside of 60 days. It's available for all occupancy types and provides a reduced below market rate at the time you choose to lock in. Our loan consultants work hand in hand with Taylor Morrison Construction to coordinate that home completion with the timing of your rate lock. So let's compare Buy, Build, Secure, whether you're looking at a shorter or extended rate lock term. So first, you can secure a rate lock up to 120 days without an upfront lock commitment fee and float that interest rate until your home is nearing completion. And we do find most customers will choose this option and typically secure their rate within 60 days of their closing. However, if you are building a home from the ground up, you have the option to secure a reduced extended rate lock for up to 1 year. The upfront lock fee does protect the hedge on the interest rate for that long time period, and we offer a free float down within 30 days of your home closing should the interest rate market improve. So I kind of like to think of that as an insurance policy, protecting the ceiling of that interest rate or payment while you're waiting for your home to be built. And just as you would protect your home from fire and hurricanes by paying a homeowner's insurance premium, that commitment fee is truly no different. But the good news is Taylor Morrison's finance incentives that they provide at closing can be there to help reimburse that fee when your home closes. Buy Build Secure provides rate and payment flexibility. You can buy the rate down as far as you like, or perhaps you opt for an increased rate where we can provide additional credits to you for closing expenses. What's so nice about this is the flexibility, and rate choice is truly yours. So just a real quick history lesson here. As interest rates increased over these last couple of years, Taylor Morrison obviously recognized the importance of home affordability. As you can see with these two charts, over the past 13 months, many Taylor Morrison customers have secured below market rates with conventional FHA and VA financing programs. These customers were generally 1% below the national average, and in some cases, nearly 2% below. Program offerings do change regularly and vary as the market changes. And I'll provide some information shortly on how you can find out what's being offered in the different areas around the nation. So in addition to quick closing, below market interest rates in our Buy Build Secure program, Taylor Morrison provides assistance at closings to help with financing expenses. As interest rates spike in mid-year 2022, homebuyers truly needed an avenue to afford a new home. And to put this in perspective, Taylor Morrison has increased their national finance incentives by 400% since July 2022. And this does not include the promotional interest rate programs that have been offered. The amount of contract finance incentives also will vary by market and community, but we can use it in several different ways. The choice is yours as to whether you save now, over the first few years of your loan, for the life of your loan, or perhaps you want a combination of these options. But in addition to helping with standard closing costs or permanent rate buy down for the life of the loan, another option that is commonly overlooked is the expensive mortgage insurance. And Brendan talked about that with conventional loans. So with conventional financing, there is a monthly mortgage insurance premium when you are placing less than 20% down. And many don't realize that there is the option to pay that premium upfront at closing, utilizing your finance incentives and then removing that burden of monthly payment. It helps with qualifying, and then you don't have to worry about refinancing down the road or asking the servicer to remove that as your home appreciates in value. We find that many prospective home buyers are waiting on sidelines to save their down payment and not realizing that they can keep additional assets on hand without that monthly expense of mortgage insurance. And then lastly, there's always that probability, we hope, of refinancing in the future as interest rates relax again. And for this reason, many consumers are looking at temporary rate buy downs, saving interest in the first few years of the life of the loan versus 15 to 30 years. And on this next slide, I'll take a few minutes to educate you on the temporary buy downs and why they've become a popular option for many home buyers these last couple of years. Our temporary buy down offerings that we have here are not adjustable rates. They are fixed interest rates where Taylor Morrison subsidizes your payment for the first 1 to 3 years of your loan. It's seen as a very safe loan option because you're still qualifying at the note rate, but you don't have the worry of rate fluctuation when your buy down period ends. So easing into your mortgage payment can help you afford that leap from renting to owning, as well as giving you the time to pay off other obligations, whether it be a car loan, revolving credit card debt, or student loans. Maybe you're paying higher interest on those. Maybe there's just a year or two left on your car loan and you don't plan to buy a new car. So it's a really great way to ease into home ownership. If you're wondering, well, what happens to that money that I use to subsidize the payment if the rates do drop and I refinance or I choose to sell and buy a new home? During that buy down period, if you do choose to do one of those two things, you don't have to worry because any remaining funds would be reduced from your loan balance and paid off when you refinance or sell your home. And then next, I just want to show a visual. Sometimes seeing a visual, I'm a visual person, just helps you understand, well, how does this work and what does that mean to my payment? So looking at how the temporary buy down works as it relates to payment, savings, and total cost. In this particular example, again, a $400,000 loan amount. In year one, you would save nearly $700. Year two, $475 per month, and then almost $250 per month in year three. So ultimately, you're easing into your full principal and interest payment of $2,269, and that total subsidy covered by Taylor Morrison is the exact amount of the payment savings over those 3 years. So those funds, that $16,000, are placed in a buy down account and then are married up monthly as you make your reduced payment during that buy down period. So now that we've covered the umbrella of promotional offerings, if you're wondering what savings are happening in your area, I would recommend you quickly go to taylormorrison.com, click the banner above the toolbar, choose your market, and then you'll be taken to the area homepage to discover what savings are being offered, or you can simply use the QR code that we're showing here in the presentation. But as you navigate through the communities and available homes, you will see special incentive banners where promotions are offered. And then when in doubt, contact an online or community sales managers for additional details. And if you're thinking you might be ready to pre-qualify, but you want to understand more about payment, cash needed for closing, or just have some general financing questions, we have teams of loan consultants serving all of our markets around the country ready to help. So simply head to taylormorrison.com, go to buyer resources, and head to our home financing page. You can contact the loan consultant team in your market via email, and you will definitely hear from someone with just a few short business hours. And if you're truly ready to take that next step and go ahead and pre-apply, you'll go to that same home financing page, click the pre-apply now button. From there, you'll enter our online secure Dorothy platform to begin. Make sure you choose your area and community you're interested in, and a loan consultant will contact you within hours or the next business day if you apply in the evening. We have a lot of folks that do apply in the evenings. But during that pre-application process at no cost to you, we will pull a soft credit report that does not impact your scores nor reflect as an inquiry, just as Brendan mentioned earlier. But our Dorothy portal is truly where secure technology meets a personalized financing experience. Within that loan portal, you will securely upload financial information after you purchase your home, and our dedicated loan consultants will work directly with you every step throughout the home buying journey. We assist in structuring financing that's going to meet the needs for you and your family's budget and financial goals. So with that, I am going to turn it back to Andrea to wrap us up for the afternoon, and truly can't thank you enough for spending time with us today.
Thanks, Christy, and thank you to Brendan and Shakira. Lots of great information for the folks on the call today. So I'm going to finish us up and just kind of end the presentation with talking through just a few more resources that we have here at Taylor Morrison. Okay, so within the navigation bar that I had mentioned on taylormorrison.com, you'll find a buyer resources tab. And this really allows you to quickly access a variety of home buying tools that we have that include educational items on how to buy a home, what you need to do, navigating you over to Taylor Morrison Home Funding, and really how to go into more of choosing your home, designing your home, and getting the process started. We do have a new feature that I'll talk about, which is Real Talk. And we're really excited to provide this home buying education throughout the journey. Doesn't matter if it's before you purchased a home, you're in a process with us and you're building a home with us, or potentially after you move in and learning about how to, care and live in your home. Real Talk gives you a deeper dive into each step, honestly, along the way. We even have the home buyer journey illustrated for you. So to try and navigate to Real Talk, it's taylormorrison.com/Real Talk, or you can simply follow us on any of our social media channels to learn more about this feature. So we're ending a little before the hour here. I really just want to say thank you for attending our homebuyer webinar today. We have been answering a few questions that are in the chat through the presentation. If your question was left unanswered, just allow one of the team members that was on the call with us today to finish up answering any questions post-webinar, or send individual questions to communications@taylormorrison.com. We're always happy to answer anything on your home buying journey. We'll also be sending out a copy of the presentation to everyone who was in attendance. We really look forward to assisting you and your future home purchase with us at Taylor Morrison. Thanks, and have a great rest of your week.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.